finish that real quick, and then I do have a question. There were a lot of Palestinians charged, also a lot let go, and there were in fact some settlers who were charged as well. But my question is, with the wall, we're saying how it's a land grab. Palestinian government is primarily made up of two governing bodies, the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. You even had mentioned you don't agree with what Hamas says in some of their policies. Just to let everyone know, in their charters, it specifically says that that Jews and Zionists have to be killed, and it says that to chase them down if they're hiding behind trees, that the trees should tell them and they'll kill them. It says that peace is not the way, even if they want to go to meetings and to try to settle with peace is not the way to fix the problem. So when there's a wall being built and weapons are being given to the people behind the wall who have and who also threaten to shoot those rockets into Israel, I don't understand how that can be just called a land grab and not for protection.
Okay, first of all, the popular struggle is built from people, not parties. The people in the popular struggle do not represent any party. About the Hamas, yes, I do not support their act, but I actually prefer to stick with Hamas than with IDF. The thing is, peace talks doesn't work. There've been peace talks for a really long time. They do not work. I'm not against them, but I'm not exactly for them either. They do not work. The only thing that will work is a revolution.
But I'm not talking about peace talk. I'm saying
their in those peace talks, you have people from people who are oppressed and people who are oppressed and people who are oppressors. They are not equals in those meetings.
So there's no right to protect themselves?
We should have peace talks between two people who are absolutely not equal. Will never work.
No, I'm saying they have a right to protect themselves.
Hamas is, of course, not in power in the West Bank. It was in power in Gaza. And what people don't know is that Hamas made a serious commitment to nonviolence in Gaza in a ceasefire that was agreed to between Israel and Hamas. That was a 6-month ceasefire in 2009. The agreement was that Hamas would do its best to stop the lobbing of rockets into Israeli villages, which is just as illegal as Israeli violence against Palestinian civilians. And for the Israeli part, the Israeli commitment was that it was going to end the blockade of Gaza. Well, the Hamas government actually kept its promise. The number of rockets was dramatically reduced. It was not entirely eliminated because there are some groups that are not Hamas that are committed to doing their best to destroy whatever credibility there may be in the Palestinian government, and Hamas could not control some of those groups. But there were no deaths, whatever, from any rockets during the entire ceasefire, whereas Israel at no time made any effort to honor its commitment to ease the blockade. In fact, the blockade was strengthened and tightened during the course of the ceasefire. And the party that broke the ceasefire was Israel in attacking Gaza and launching Operation Cast Lead and some acts of violence that preceded it when Israel deliberately sent squads into Gaza to execute some leaders of Hamas.